easy.
Exactly what happens when you don't.
Knocked away. Smith kicks to Love.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
He's checked in for Iguodala. Spates comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
1:09 left here in the opening quarter. Shumpert with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. Dellavedova, that's good. Dellavedova's got his first points in this one.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Here is Livingston. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Wide open shot is on the money.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here is Livingston. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's called on Channing Frye.
And how about Shaun Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Livingston signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him.
Now here's Mozgov. Cleveland moving the ball around. No good from Frye.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Barbosa's shot is off.
And you know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
And now it's a double-digit lead.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Here is Livingston from deep. It's hauled in by LeBron.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just. And Steph Curry, a player with in the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5, 6.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world, ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Irving.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
The Warriors have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Lets it go from 14. That one wide left.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in. Can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Frye. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And Cleveland also making a change. Thompson's checked in. Curry, good.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Thompson throws it down.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
That'll be a 5-second call. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Irving misses. The Warriors have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. The shot by Curry, no good.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Shumpert is checked in for Kyrie Irving. Smith hits them both. For J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade. Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And their field goal percentage shows that over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be. He is so strong in the paint. Really good job of creating just to let that one fly.
Takes the 13-footer. Love, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism, but a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And guys, you look at what makes Love such a prolific rebounder. Great anticipation. I mean, he has the broad shoulders to create space in the paint, the strong anchor to hold his position. It's no wonder he's been a dominating force on the glass at every level since high school.
And the Warriors with some changes. Bogut comes in for Harrison Barnes, and it's Green in for Ezeli. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. And it's LeBron in for J.R. Smith.
You know, regarding Kevin Love, he had a number of difficult transitions to make last season. Most of all, perhaps on the offensive glass. He averaged less than 2 a game after averaging 3 or more a game every other season.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. .116 left now here in the second. It's tipped. And the wide open shot from Green. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. The drive by Shumpert. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
He kicks to Dellavedova. 14 feet away, and that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, you look at the lead changes, 6 already. Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Mozgov's shot is off. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Inside, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For the Cavaliers, Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. That's good. And that's 20 points for Steph Curry.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Iguodala. Again, Golden State.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Frye. And we finish one half of basketball. Warriors lead by 9. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 20 points, 3 assists, and 1. Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something, because he looks a little faster today than normal.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Harrison Barnes is out there with Green, and it's Iguodala in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
The drive by James. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
Not much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark. Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spades is checked in.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Timeout called, Cleveland.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38%. Then last year, down to 35%.
James Jones, who's checked in for Cleveland.
James Jones.
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Barnes passes to Curry. Here's Spates. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. From downtown, no luck.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Here's Curry. The offensive rebound. And that one's good. Barnes. And the Warriors lead by 17.
Well, it's gone back and forth for a while here, but they're really starting to push out. They're looking good right now.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse. And